Happy New Year to everyone in the crypto community. Welcome to the Scientific Investor channel on January 1st, 2020. We will go through recent articles, tweets, some technical analysis, whatever is happening in our crypto community and the crypto markets. We'll go through some of the perspectives from different individuals. We try to analyze some tweets. Then we'll try to discuss what we think about that. What's happening around the market, what is the individual perspectives of established traders and what others think about that. Then we will just look at overall picture of the crypto industry and then look at the technicals. So prior to that, I kindly request you guys to support the channel. As you know, I provide updates on a regular basis, mostly on a daily basis. Now, this is a new channel and I need support from my community members. Please do let me know any of your suggestions to improve the contents I provide. Do let me know in the comment section below. Now, I kindly request you guys to support the channel. Please hit the subscribe and like button. So without any delay, we are jumping into the first one. So this is a kind of technical analysis for XRP BTC, and this analyst is actually showcasing that we are actually closing the fourth day on a green, and it's kind of a bullish news. So overall, he has a bullish perspective because not every analyst has the same. This is XRP USD, and this analyst suggests that it's a bearish pennant forming and there is further lows to come ahead. Now, yes, we'll actually go through our own technical analysis, so we won't detail these much. We'll just showcase how others are looking at that. Now, this is from Daily Hodl, showing that Square Crypto shows that Bitcoin's previous boom was just a warm-up. Now, the new decade coming up is going to be huge. So that's kind of what they are informing between the lines. This decade was Bitcoin just warming up. So 2020 is starting and we are going to see something change from here. So that's about that. And when we look at Ripple and XRP, they say the startup says the top post on ripple.com last year was the announcement of Ripple's partnership with payment giant MoneyGram, which is focused on leveraging XRP for cross-border payment. Now, I'll actually show you the practical example for that. Like if you go to MoneyGram's website, like I saw a tweet in which MoneyGram is actually stating, surprise someone you love and send them something special to help them celebrate the new year right now. And then send money today as low as 1.99 using MoneyGram app. I actually went directly into MoneyGram. We will actually compare with the Western Union and MoneyGram here. Now I'm actually checking, say, from GBP to INR, that's from UK to India, because there's a lot of Indians living in the United Kingdom and they'll be sitting back loud to their family members, right? So I was actually surprised. If you're actually sending it directly to a bank account using a credit card, then that's cool. It's zero, there is no fee, and the rate which you get is absolutely cool. Say for 1 GBP you get 94.17. The reason I state that is, say you're sending 1,000 and the receiver gets the entire 1,000. Now, when we compare that with, you can just see this is Western Union side. I'm not actually making things up. You can see that 1 GBP, they're actually giving you 91.50. Check what's the difference. Here it's 94.19. So that means in Indian rupees, when I'm sending using MoneyGram, I get 94,195, right? Whereas when I'm sending it using Western Union, I get 91,500. So that's, around 3,000 rupees in difference. So say around $50 in difference. Plus they charge you a transfer fee of 3.90 GBP. Whereas here with MoneyGram, they don't have any fee when you're sending directly to a bank account. Now, we'll change the cash item to the bank account and see still if you're using the same, it's 2.90 GBP. Still you have a fee, that's the first thing. And the next thing is, now they updated it to 94. Still you can see that the price is different. MoneyGram provides better rate. They don't have a fee. So you can understand from this that what is the potential benefit of the companies who are actually partnering with the company Ripple. So now moving on to the next one, this is a tweet from Nothing showing that South Korea confirms no income tax on crypto profits. So that's huge, because South Korea was a country who's actually pumping the crypto market in 2017, and currently I'm in South Korea and I can feel that the wind is actually changing, because last time when everyone was in a frenzy, the government actually came up, pushed the brakes. They were like, we are going to tax, we're going to ban, blah 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 blah. But now they are bringing in more regulatory clarity. They are talking about no tax for profits of crypto. So that's actually good news, and more Korean guys will be actually moving on to this one. Personally, I'm in Korea and I'm taking full advantage of the same. Now this is the next one from Rain showing that Swift announced a tie-up with blockchain firm R3 at Paris FinTech Forum. Now what you can see here is R3 is already working with Ripple, and the settlement in R3 Coda is using XRP. So that's like indirectly touching the XRP. Now for that, I actually have a tweet showcasing that if you are using XRP through Ripple, or if you are using XRP through Coda or R3, it's the same, right? So there's an old tweet which there's a new tweet now. I actually saw this previously too, that's why. Anyway, this is the theme which I want to present to you guys. Like, when they actually state that they are not going to use it at the first, they won't partner with them, they criticize them. And now you can see when they are partnering with R3, they're using the settlement asset as XRP. Yes, they do have other options like fiat currencies, but considering the friction and the cost associated with that, they will be using XRP, because at the end of the day, they want to take out the liquidity, reducing nostro amounts. In the last video, we actually discussed the news and articles related to that. The International Monetary Fund itself stating that banks are stressed because of this. My mistake, it was not the IMF, it was the Fed directly showcasing that their nostro accounts are having that stress on banks. Now this one says IMF showcasing the perspective of digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies for countries can actually be classified into three. So say the first group is like which are the countries who are actually positive for this technology, or actively running pilot projects, increasing resources allocated for say their central bank digital currency. And the second group is like they're scaling up resources dedicated to CBDC, like they are already there, they have done the pilots, they are now scaling up, focusing more on limited hands of testing of technology, then actively exploring alternative solutions in addition to central bank digital currency. So that's what you want to see when they are doing the pilot projects, when they're confident about the technology. Now they're exploring the alternative solutions. Now the third group is like they do not even see an immediate need for issuing their central bank digital currency, so focusing on improving existing payment arrangements and strengthening the regulations. So even if we are looking at the three categories, we can get at least 1/3 of the total countries, developed nations, moving into first and second category. That's going to be good news actually. Now we actually discussed about MoneyGram and their partnership with Ripple and the issues and the benefits for their customers. Now this is from a tweet from Sir Gordon Gekko showing that 18 gold bullion wallets created on 12/15/2019. So they are using XRP Ledger for buying or transacting for gold bullion. So that's actually a good news. Say investors, traditional investors who have a lot of money, they will be buying up gold. You can see that the price of gold is actually moving to the upside. Even I do, I'm a small trader in gold, but still I do consider gold as a safe haven asset, and I do own that asset. Now there's the next one from Matt showing that Deloitte, who is XRP integrated, will use AWS to expand into China and Eastern Asia with multiple applicators. Now Deloitte is actually a big company. Now they are actually going digital using fintech. They are good and high on a blockchain. So when companies like this are actually jumping into that, their competitors need something to manage, so they'll actually come inside that. So if you want to go through this, just follow me in Twitter. My profile is XRP Danny1. So that's XRP DNI1, XRP DNI1. Now, moving on to the next one, this is from Cryptopolis, showing that, the perspective of Warren Buffett, showing you will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing things with logic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass. So that's perfect advice which we can share to everyone, because this is from Warren Buffett, right? One of the greatest investors of all time, or at least in our time. Now, I'm sitting in the crypto community, or at least in the XRP community, from last 2.5 years, 3 years. So, now I understand what he's actually talking about. In the initial days, like when I was a newbie, I didn't even understand something like that if someone is saying that to me. Anyway, moving on to the next one. This is from I Am the Legion. I'm running through the tweets because we have to cover a lot of news today. We have a lot of updates. That's why. Sorry if I'm fast. Now, this one is actually showing that Broadridge Accenture, so delivering real business value for over 5 decades. Now it's actually showing it's January 29, right? So they're showing you, if you missed it, you can actually go through that. Personally, I didn't actually saw this previously. I just saw this from I'm Legion, so that's why I'm going to share this with you guys. So Broadridge Financial Solutions collaborated with Natix and Societe Generale in a joint blockchain-oriented pilot test aimed at improving bilateral repurchase agreements for their repo. Now, Digital Assets announced blockchain partnership with Accenture, Broadridge and PwC Proof of Work. So when you come to the bottom, what you can see that partnership will see the two firms collaborate to provide blockchain solutions for banks, brokerages, and infrastructure provider who have partnered with Accenture as their preferred system integrator. As things stand, Accenture serves 42 of the top 50 financial institutions globally. That's the key there. From the top 50 financial institutions, 42 are serviced by Accenture, making its blockchain endeavor a significant one to the technology that powers Bitcoin. Now, that's a technology which is powering Bitcoin, right? The blockchain technology. So when we say blockchain technology, we already know about Accenture. They are high on XRP. So there is no much thing to say. They are already the partner of the company Ripple. Anyway, moving on to the next one. This is from Lisa Daly, showing that this is the biggest news of 2019. Swift GPI does not have a magic wand. They have XRP. So that perspective is like the first news which we covered here. This one. They're actually partnering with R3, but that's they're using XRP anyway. I think we just missed this one. We'll go through this one first. We'll just read this one first and complete it. So they are using XRP as a settlement asset in R3 Coda, and that's gonna be huge. Now, when they actually state that the IMF, sorry, my mistake, guys, my mistake. We actually went through that, just a confusion. Now, moving on to the next one. This is from XRP Joker, showing that there is tension in the air. The Fed have pumped already $255 million into financial system so far. To clarify, these injections are bailouts. The elites are hoarding their cash. There is a big move coming to this game. Be prepared. Now, for the further reading, you can actually read this. The markets arm of the central bank went all out to ensure the year-end period went smoothly, injecting $255 billion to keep the money flowing through the financial system. So, there is a liquidity crisis, and no one is actually being able to put out their money into that. Now, this is, traditional banks are failing somewhere. Now, this is in UK, RBS, Lloyds, Halifax. They have issues with their online banking. Now, this one is showing the first one, which we actually went through about that. But at the same time, what I want to highlight here is, when the escrow release was today and 1 billion was released, but the memo shows that XRP community don't sell, don't get all smashy, don't get a giraffe. So that's gonna be actually huge. They are indicating you something, and I feel that's cool. Now, this is the chart which we saw previously. So this is XRP. We are still following the pattern. So until we break to the downside or to the upside, we are still going to be moving inside this trend line. So in that aspect, if we are breaking to the downside, then yeah, we can retest the lows. Or if we are going to the upside, then yes, the potential target will be somewhere around 0.21, 0.22, because we have previous resistance in this area. Looking at the general crypto market, we can see that it's more or less stagnant or boring, we can state. We haven't moved much in the last couple of days, so there is no much to talk about in the technical analysis for XRP. And now this is BTC 4-hour chart, and we can see that it's also actually moving within that pattern in last couple of days. So there is not much to update about technically here. So if we just put it, you can actually understand that the support and resistance area is there. We are still following, like we had a bullish pennant here, we broke to the upside, but we came back down, retested that area, bounced and bounced. So if that is a double bottom, then we can actually see the price moving up to 7,800 or to 8,000. Now guys, that's all for today, and I want to request you guys, if you guys like the content I provide on a regular basis, please do support the channel, hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button, and if you have any comments to improve the contents, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.